The Holy Spirit and Jesus are going to be physically there with us. This city had no need of the sun or the moon to shine in it, for the glory of God illuminated it, and the Lamb is its light. And the nations of those who are saved shall walk in its light, and the kings of the earth bring their glory and honor into it. Its gates shall not be shut all by day, there shall be no night there. And they shall bring the glory of honor of the nations into it. But there shall by no means enter it anything that defiles, calls a lie, but those who are written in the Lamb's book of life. So sin is not going to be there. So trying to explain to us every single day that the nature of flesh must change. We cannot walk around committing sin. We cannot walk around holding these things. We cannot walk around committing these things. So Lord, help me. It's tough out here, Jesus. Help me help myself. Okay, I understand what you're saying to me in print. I mean, Lord knows these ministers be preaching this stuff to me like crazy. They be up here sweating and everything. And you know, but Monday is going to come very quick. Oh my Lord, you just don't live where I live. You're not married to the person I'm married to. You don't have the children that I have. You don't have the neighbors that I have. You don't have the boss that I have. So I need you to help me help myself, because these are realities to me. You conquered this. You are now on the right hand of the Father. You are nudging the Father, telling him, you know how tough it is. It is tough down here, Jesus. It ain't easy down here. Some of us are losing our lives in another corner of the world today. I keep freely. Some of us will die this week being a Christian. So Lord, I need you to help me help myself. I just need you to. In 1969, James Brown put out a song. He said, I don't want nobody to give me nothing. Just open up the door and I get it myself. I need you to help me. I have a serious problem with being lazy. I have a serious problem with not working. I have a serious problem with not just prosperity is just something I have a hard time with. So I need you to help me. I need you to help me understand that I got to improve myself financially. Because when I improve myself at home, when I go to church, church is improved. You see what I'm saying? See, it's very hard for me, Lord, it's very, I didn't put this $20 in here that I see. I kept that in my pocket. Giving has always been an issue with me. So Lord, I need you to help me help myself. You know, I don't work like a, this is the greatest land in the world. I haven't seen a country yet that produces prosperity like the United States of America. And it wasn't real to me until I left and visited other countries. You can be rich here overnight, literally, if you get your lazy self up and work. You can work round the clock in America. Round the clock in America. Friend of mine is in course now, I'll tell you a story. All the time, the man worked 2 jobs all his life. And at 40 years old, saving one job, he was a millionaire. And you got people that are here in this country. It goes like this. On the 1st, the 15th. And I'm not talking about those who need it. That's what I'm talking about. Lord, help me help myself. I've been caught up in a system. I've been caught up in a community. I've been caught up in society where they're condoning everything that I do. When I read this stuff, Lord, this upsets me. It does. When I read the Bible, it bothers me because I've been living the way I've been living a long time. And I need you to help me help myself. I don't want you to give me anything, Lord. I want you to point me in the direction where I can get it myself. Jesus did a lot of things so many times to help people help themselves. Look, let's turn to Matthew 11. Matthew 11. And it's a biblical concept, came from the master. This is just not a preacher talking about these things. Congregations don't like to hear about money, but I can tell you this is a reality. Can't live without it. (28, 29, and 30). Come to me, all of you who labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn of me. For I am gentle and lowly in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light. Cast your cares upon me. Lord, I need you to help me help myself. I am so depressed, I'm on medication. The realities of life got me shutting down. And Lord, I need you to help me help my, I don't want to swallow these pills no more. I don't want to go into that corner anymore. I need you to help me help myself. John, turn to John 10:10. John 10:10. Jesus made it perfectly clear that you're living in two worlds. He made it perfectly clear. And we just read, right there in Romans, what sin is and what it does. It puts you on one or the other's team. And it's reality. It's just reality. The thief does not come except to steal and destroy. I come that they may have life and that they may have it more abundantly. I truly enjoy where I am right now. I love it. It turns me completely on what my Father has done for me. I want for nothing, and I love to boast about that. I don't swallow pills for depression. I don't harbor anger. I don't all those things that turn people completely outward. I don't deal with those things. I leave them where they are. Matter of fact, I walk away from people daily who has foolishness. Honestly, on Sunday, I do not talk to people who's going to take my spirit of joy away from me. I simply walk away from a Christian in a minute when they start talking stuff that don't make no sense. You know why? Because I want to be spiritually free. I don't want your issues. Those of you slept on that last night, I don't want to hear it on Sunday morning. Those were your issues. I've done it and will come and look you right in your face. Why? Because good. I want to feel joy. And I want to be around people who want to feel that way. I don't like depressed people. I really don't. That's why I'm always telling you where to go. Because if we give ourselves the scriptures and we read the scriptures and that don't free us, then you need to talk to Dr. Phil. See, I'm going to talk to Dr. Jesus because he has proved in my life that he can take nobody and make somebody out of it. And that was me. That was me. And I love it. I love it. It makes me feel good because I asked a long time ago, Lord, help me help myself. Help me. Down on my knees, help me to be a better person. I'm a mess. I admit I'm a mess. I'm just like David. I'm a mess. Help me help myself. See, you notice that there's no halo on top of my head. I do not pat myself on the back. I don't need you to tell me that I'm all right. Because Jesus told me this morning when I woke up that I was fine. So I don't walk around looking for validation from other people because I got mine from the cross. I get mine from the cross, and that's the way I feel, and that's how I conduct myself. The last time I checked in the mirror, Ellis was all right. Everything was still here that I put to bed last night. And I feel good about that because he has proven those things in my life. Lord, help me, help myself. Help me. Now, method number one, I have some self-improvement methods for you that you can use during the week. Matthew 6:13. I'm going to start with prayer. Start with prayer. You got to get down on your knees. It's just something about being down on your knees. It just takes you out of the picture and it puts you in a position where you are reverently giving it all to God. So just get down on your knees and just pray. Start praying to God and saying, Lord, help me help myself. Just start doing that. Don't have nothing else on your mind and no one else on your mind. And pray regularly and pray for deliverance and ask to be delivered. Ask God to take the chains off your wrists and off your ankles and free you. Free you from the bondage that you're in. Because you know you are. You know you are. You're tied to something. It can be an addiction. It can be adultery. It can be fornication. It can be homosexuality. It can be intoxication. It can be all these things. Ask God to take those chains that Satan has put on your wrists and put on your ankles and free you. Deliver you from your anger. Deliver you from your loss of control. Help me listen more so I react less. Help me to listen more so I react less. Because when I react to what I'm listening to without listening, the ugliness of me come out. Help me better equip myself. Help me educate myself. Help me to become a better person. I need for me to be a better person because I live with me. Within these walls right here is you and me. And I know I drive you crazy, Lord. Help me make myself better. Invest in you. In you. You never, every year in May, we get some old person that graduates from college. Some old person, you notice that? Somebody gonna go to school in September that's in their 60s, 70 something, and they're gonna graduate with a degree. Help me help myself. I want to be a better person. I want to be a better person. Lord, I am tired of being broke. I'm tired of not having money. Help me help myself. Help me. I am tired of driving a hoopty. I want to once in my life finally drive something that smells new. My roof liner falling on my head. My car wobbles when I get 45 miles an hour. My paint job been left. I bought it like that. Help me help myself. I'm tired of living in this community where I go to sleep and everything is either boom booming or bang banging or screaming. I want to live somewhere else. I want to go to sleep at night listening to the crickets. I want to get out of this rut that I'm in. I had rats and roaches beat me to the cornflakes. I want to do something different. Lord, help me in the next 5 years improve my life. I want to live somewhere else. I want to travel. Help me help myself. Pray to the Lord. Be specific. Matthew 26:41. Tell God your truth. Tell God your truth. Be like David. Father, I've sinned. Forgive me and help me. Tell the truth. Just tell the truth. I've sinned. I've sinned. And this is what I sin with. And just say, Lord, help me with this particular struggle that I have every single day. I seem to have this more on Monday than I do on Tuesday. So, Lord, help me with my Mondays. Help me with my Mondays. Confess the truth to God. Because whether you know it or not, people already know it. People already know it. It's just that in Christianity, God does not allow us to cut one another off at the knees. In the world, you get told off quick. Told off quick. Christianity, you kind of like that. You gotta be tactful. You gotta be mindful of your feelings. Be mindful of the fallout when you finally tell somebody the truth. But why don't you be honest? Just be honest. Be honest with yourself. 1 Thessalonians 5:17. Pray without ceasing. It always will benefit you to stay on your knees. Stay on your knees. On a Friday night, I'm coming cross Westport into Norwalk to 95. And on Friday night, I always have to deal with drunk drivers. And my biggest problem now is I drive a gasoline tank. And I'm going to be with Jesus. I just don't want to blow up to get there. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather do it in my sleep, just fall asleep and don't wake up. I don't want to boom and just all of a sudden be on the other side. And I'm always thinking about the person that is drunk. And when I got down to the last stretch of road to get to exit 17 to get to 95, my man drove on the oncoming side alongside me. I said, Lord, this is a narrow road here now, and I have nowhere else to go. I don't want him in front of me. And I don't want to cut him off because he hit a pole, he hit a parked car, and the houses are real close to the sidewalk. Help me with this knucklehead. So I sped up, he sped up. I slowed down, he slowed down. And then I seen lights approaching. I said, here we go. Help me. Help me. And so he finally started backing off and swerving a little bit, got behind me. I got to the light, made a right hand turn to get on 95. He stayed down because when I circled the ramp, I looked down at the light, then he got up on the throughway. So I said, I'm fine now because there's 3 lanes. Now, Lord, help him and help others. Help him and help others because he sped by me and started driving it right. This is a Friday night. I know that you've dealt with this, all night long because he's out 10 minutes to always pray. Always when you're in a situation, always start praying. God will hear you in petition because God is in the business of saving people's lives. Satan wanted to end his life. And all the nights, I always see a cop in Westport or Norwalk, and I always see a cop at Fairfield, McDonald's, Northbound. State trooper will always be there sitting sideways. That night, not one cop, I guess it was eating donuts at a diner or something. There was not one cop. And this guy drove with me for miles. So my prayer now is to help him. Just help him. Help him. Colossians 4:2, be on the lookout. Always be mindful of your struggles. Do ever get caught off guard? Do ever get caught off guard? Okay? If you're the kind of person that loses control, like I tell you all the time, leave the meeting. Go to the bathroom. Go to the bathroom. Or just say, excuse me, bladder time. And go to the bathroom and just let your boss go off. And when you come back, you're going to be renewed. While you're in the bathroom, use the bathroom. So to be true, that you had to go to the bathroom. And then come back, feel better about what's getting ready to happen. And while you're in the bathroom, pray, because you know what's going to happen when you come back. 3 questions. How can I get to the point where I acknowledge my prayer weakness? Because some of us have a hard time talking to God. How do I, Lord, get to the point where I acknowledge myself that I have a hard time talking to you? Number 2, how can I expose the truth in my life before you? David was very good at the sins that he committed. Psalms are full of it. Here I am, I cry out to you. Here I am. Here I am, Ellis. Here it is. It's on a silver platter right now, Lord. You already know it, but here I am. I acknowledging these things to you. I am hearing myself now talk to you.